Hey, what's up everybody? It's your boy Beatnuts. Hope you're having a good day and hope you're doing what you love. We're gonna be getting straight into it, man. We're gonna be showing you guys how to make some Wheezy style beats, some hard hitting 808s with some hard rims and a lot of cool other stuff going on. So I'm actually gonna be using a loop from one of my free loop kits, Santana. If you want to go ahead and grab the same loop that I'm using or many more of them, the link is gonna be down in the description below for you to cop everybody's, like Willa, Drake, Haba, Xander, Easy, and every person from the gang. Take advantage of those free kits and everything. But I'm gonna be showing you guys how we're gonna be making some Wheezy type beats. So let's get right into it. So the loop that I'm actually gonna use from Santana is this one. For those who know debrief and everything, this one is like my most wheeziest. I don't even know. Hold on.
Wait a minute.
This is my most wheeziest like type style loop that I made and everything. So I'm gonna show you guys a quick preview of what it looks like. So here we go. It actually just goes a little bit too insane. So let me go ahead and stem these real quick, consolidate them and everything, and I'll show you guys real quick what I want the structure to be. Okay, cool. So pretty much just arranging it and everything. I like to do it instead of just kind of A-B. I like ABC. So right here we have like this little cool part that's just the intro, and I leave this stuff here for the drums so that way when I listen to it all the way through and I add the drums eventually and everything, it's gonna sound a lot cooler. All right, so now that that's done, let's actually get into the drums. So shout out Wavely, gonna use probably some of his hi-hats. And also, if you're new to FL and everything, a quick way that you can kind of get your hi-hats going and everything, as you saw earlier, I was just kind of let me actually go back. I was just starting off with this and everything. What you should do is you can either do two things. You can just kind of Control C and then Control V it and do it like that. Or what I like to do to make things a lot easier is Control All for all of this stuff right here, Control A, and then Control B to duplicate it. And if you're unable to and everything, Control D too as well. But this is a FL tutorial, so why you over here? Just kidding. we respect all DAWs around these parts, okay? We understand the struggle. Another thing I also like to do is just make it long. I like to just make these boys filled.
What?
When you're doing Wheezy beats and everything, it's cool to do the 4/4 time and everything, but it's better if you do 3/4 time. In my case, I'm doing what is it? It's 6/8. So this makes it, instead of it being just kind of, that's cool, but this is, that's what you hear in most Wheezy beats, is like the, you know, just kind of I guess I like to call it flair, to be honest. It reminds me a lot of marching band stuff. And the cool thing about this is you can mess around with these. What I'm doing right now is for the hi-hat part, I think for Wheezy beats is just so crucial in the beginning, because if you don't have that, the rest of the beat can't really knock, because you could do a kick and then a snare, but without the hi-hats and everything, the hi-hats is kind of like just like how you would hear in marching band kind of stuff, you know. It's like the snare, where the snare is more of like a, it gives it like rhythm pretty much. So, and what you'll see here is what I'm doing right now is like I'm pretty much testing out the velocities and everything. So that way it makes it more anticipation and more suspense and everything. So that way it's not just, because with music and everything, nothing is exactly the same velocity or the same, nobody hits something the exact way. It's very rare. So that's why it's cool to just kind of flare it up. Another thing I like to do too is hit Alt A and arpeggiate it. Just make sure when you're doing your hi-hats and everything, they are very accented and not robotic. No more robotic hi-hats, please. I'm tired of the same two-step hi-hat. If you do a two-step hi-hat, that's cool, but please don't just make it the same velocity. I hate those beats. They're just tiresome. They all sound the same. Hot take by Beatnuts. But I'm actually gonna delete the entire thing, or actually no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna Shift D. Shift D makes it so that way they're all in your grid, just one by one and everything. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move it. Actually, let's change the hi-hat because this one sounds a little flat. This is just for accent, to be honest. It's not really supposed to be the main hi-hat. And what I'm also gonna do is rolls. I fucking love doing rolls. Okay, I like that. Another thing I think Wheezy likes to do in a lot of his loops is reverse the open hats, so you get kind of that thing to come back once the rim hits. So that way it just sounds fucking dope. So if you haven't done that, you should definitely do that. And you can mess around with the length and everything. Actually, aha, there you are. I knew it was in one of these. What we have so far right now, honestly, is just laying down the perks, laying down the hats and the rim and everything. So now that we have all that done, and especially the hi-hats, because the hi-hats are pretty much one of the most important parts. Another thing I like to do too as well is give the hi-hats a little tiny bit of reverb too. There we go. Oh, Jesus Christ. Wait, that was fire. Let's do this. And I also unironically pitched down it a bit just to see what it sounds like, a difference. Sounds a lot deeper. I like this, but when in doubt, use old reliable. So what I'm gonna do real quick is I'm gonna do a quick level of all these stuff. Ooh, batteries are letting low. I'm gonna do a quick level of all this stuff for the drums and everything, just so that way it kind of hits a little bit harder, because now that I've laid down the foundation and all the perks that I want, now I need to make sure that they come in at the right times. And it's just the same thing of the velocity of doing with the hi-hats from before, but if the hi-hats are good, then everything else just needs to come in and do all its good stuff too. So let me do that real quick, and then we'll get on to the rest of the beat and the 808s, and then we're pretty much done. And of course, the little Wheezy thing that he always does. So let's do that real quick. All right. So that is pretty much the mix that I do. I like to do that too a lot before I get into the 808. Personally, you can do all this stuff after. Again, you don't have to. This is kind of gain staging a little tiny bit, but like I only doing this for kind of educational purposes and everything, because if you do this while you're in the middle of making a beat and everything, it makes the beat so much more different. As you can see from before, I changed a lot of the stuff over here in the melody, so that way nothing is just kind of in the middle in like the melody and stuff like that. Some things are spread out. It gives it a lot more space, because technically I could do the same thing where if I took all of these and put them into one bus and just made that a kind of melody bus and just added some reverb and some other stuff and everything, or stereo shaping, that'd be cool, which I probably might do. But you want to make sure that you probably do all this stuff here first. Let's listen to just the melody without the drums and everything that I did. So here's what we have now. Things are more spread out. And now let's hear the drums and everything that I did. And just something as simple as that, honestly, is what you could do. Where it's just kind of moving different stuff and everything, so that way it just doesn't sound like you put a loop onto your fucking playlist, you put your hi-hats in two-step mode, and then you just make the beat, and that's it. This will help a lot of people, I think, honestly, where you can make more interesting beats, at least add a little bit of flavor, at least add a little tiny bit. This is minimal. I could do so much more, to be honest, but this is just to show, you know, perks going in certain places, melody going in certain places, structure and everything, just so that way you guys kind of get the idea, so that way it's not the same beat over and over and over again. Let's go ahead and wrap this up. Let's do the 808 real quick, and then we'll be done with this part. So all right, dope. So I got the yield thing that I was looking for. Now the question is, what 808 do I use? To be honest, I like these ones. Why not use a Wheezy one? Alright, I'm also going to turn that down. Wow, it's really loud. Actually, I'm gonna start simple at first, so let's get rid of this stuff. I'll add the rolls later. Let's just start simple. Alright, now that I have this here, another cool trick that I want to do, that I want to show you guys, is actually what I'm gonna do is, instead of doing the 8-bar 808, I'm actually gonna make a whole new pattern for it. I'm gonna put this here, and I'm gonna do two things. So I'm gonna go to the Wheezy thing. I'm gonna go to the pattern that I just copied, and I'm gonna put it in here. I'm gonna paste it 3 times, so that way it's pretty much a 8 times 3, 24. Oh, my math teacher would be so mad at me. So I'm gonna do like a pretty much 24 bar pattern, and the reason why is because, let me go to my kick real quick. I'm gonna copy this kick that I have here, and I'm actually gonna go to the same pattern and post it in the same thing. So the kick stays the same, or I might change it up later, but this kick is going to be helpful for me to understand where I kind of need to be. All right, so now compared to what I had from before, everything is so much different. Nothing, I feel like, pretty much is the same, but I'm pretty much just following the melody just for whatever I want. So here is what it's like lowered. Ooh, also I forgot to do this stuff because it's on loop points. Also, for those who don't know, I am anti-loop points, anti-use loop points. This shit is garbage. Whoever made it, I don't like you. You're not invited to carne asada That's all I'm saying, bro. But that's just me though. But here's what it sounds like now. Oh, let me also link them out. I'm also gonna change up the kick. Is it down here? No, it's right here. Alright, so here is the kick pattern along with the 808 pattern that I did. I moved some stuff around and everything, but I also did a little bit of velocity change and everything throughout. And I pretty much tried my best to follow the 808 pattern to see how it would fit. But this is pretty much it. So absolutely crazy. So let me do an arrangement and everything for you guys real quick, and then that's pretty much it. So let's do that real quick. Alright, so that's pretty much the beat. You can see the arrangement and everything. I'm gonna let the beat play just real quick, just so that way you guys can kind of get a taste of it and everything. But yeah, that's pretty much all of the tutorial. I hope that you learned a lot from the 808 thing that I showed you, a lot from moving the kicks and stuff like that, a lot of the perks, all that cool stuff, whatever. And if you did enjoy, make sure to like and subscribe on this video. Please share with your friends if you want other producers and everything to see more content like this and everything. If you want to see more Wheezy tutorials like this, or make me show you guys how to make Wheezy type loops and everything, I can totally do that. I like making these kind of beats and everything, especially when they hit really, really hard. So without further ado, I'm gonna let the beat play real quick. But yeah, thanks so much for watching, and hope you have a great rest of your day and do what you love.